Hey everyone, this is Brass Goblin Reloading. Welcome to another video of the reloading process. This is the last step. I think I made a mistake in the last video when I said that step 6 was the last step. Well, as far as, technically it kind of is. Once you see the bullet, that's pretty much, you're pretty much done. But just to make sure just to make sure if you want to um, secure the bullet, make sure it's not moving or it's not wobbling or pushing up and down or anything like that. Make sure that it's secure. You want to crimp it. And I did crimp one. I'm going to see if I can show you another one. So this, I'm going to go ahead and crimp it. So this is called a factory crimp die. It comes along. It's all part of the Lee Pace Setter reloading kit. All right, so there's a part right here. You can see it moving up and down like that. When this meets this, what it does is it pushes up and it tightens the stuff up here. So let me see if I can light it up. Let me move real quick. Okay, so if you focus in here, right? Oh, excuse me. When you focus in here, you'll see those 4 splints, those 4 lines, all right? Now, once I meet this bottom part right here and you push up, the further you push up, those 4 sections are going to squeeze. So as you can see, it's getting thinner. That line's getting thinner. It means it's squeezing, and that's the whole point of this. Okay, the idea is to sorry, let me sit back down. All right, so the idea of this where the brass mouth, the cartridge mouth meets the bullet, right? We're trying to make this part tighter, just a little bit. All right, and if you look closely, not right now, but once you do crimp it, you will see a line right here. Okay, and you also got to play with this. Make sure you're not going too deep, because you can't go in further down like that, but you don't want to do that. You just want to stay within, like, just barely past that line. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate. Okay, and please excuse the mess in the background. My little toddler is a destroyer. All right, so now what you do is you squeeze. Okay, you don't have to squeeze that hard. And did I? See if I can go a little bit further. Okay. If I went down a little bit further. So I'll have another playlist up. I'm gonna call it Tools of the Trade. And what I'm gonna do is I'll go into more detail about these dies. All right, so anyways, for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze this. I need better leverage, so I'm gonna okay. Oh, I wonder if, oh man, there's a piece of brass that's right there. Or it's not brass, but it's copper. That's weird. Okay, so let me show you guys. All right. So if you look closely, come on. Okay, so if you look closely, you'll see that there's a line. Oh, it's kind of hard to point out, isn't it? I think this is a piece of copper right here. Anyways, if you can't see that line, oh, maybe you can. No? Oh, that's weird. Anyway, so if you can't see the line, that's okay. The other way to kind of notice is that you'll see how this kind of caves in a little bit right here as it meets. It's just to make sure that your bullet is more secure and it's not going to move. See, when you try to do a check, and I'm trying to push the bullet in further down, it won't do it. And you try to do a spin check to see if it spins around, not spinning around. That means this bullet is secured. So that's how you crimp. And this is probably the easier portion of the reloading. And you do have to play around with this here if you want to make it not as deep, right? You want to put this up, okay? And then you want to take this guard down and you want to screw it clockwise, okay? And that'll bring it up a little bit. And as you can see, you don't see that. But if you want to go deeper, what you do is you unscrew that, right? And then you go counterclockwise, okay? And then you can screw that down. And now you'll see the bottom part right there. You see that it's gone down a little bit more lower. So that's pretty much it. You just got to play around with this a little bit with the die to make your adjustments. But that is the last step. And once it's done, let me show you this other one I did earlier. So as you can see, you'll see that line right there, right? Right there. See the line right there? That's the crimp mark. And it's just another way of making sure that your bullet is secured on that. Usually, if you this is kind of like an optional thing. If you've resized it, if it's been resized properly during the step 1 phase when you're depriming and resizing, then it should be good. But you also got to keep in mind that the more you shoot out of the brass, right? Like this right here is probably been shot once before. And the more you shoot and reload, it's going to become warped even more because of the heat and the pressure and all of that. So just keep that in mind when you reload older brass that you shot multiple times. I could probably shoot this maybe 2 more times before I usually throw it away. So the idea is, for me at least, I usually shoot it like 3 times before I throw it away. I mean, you can shoot it more, but it just also keep in mind that the more you shoot it, the more of the wear and tear effect takes place, right? So the brass is going to get stretched out more. The brass mount is going to get stretched out more. You might get more damage from the rifle, like the chamber. It just varies sometimes, but just keep that in mind. So that was it. That was the last step 7. I hope you found this somewhat helpful, and it kind of gave you somewhat of a foundation when you begin your first reloading. If you don't learn anything from this video, there are other videos that are far superior. I'll be honest. That's where I kind of gotten the idea too. But you know, just take what I say with a grain of salt. This isn't like I'm not trying to be an instructor or whatever. This is merely me passing on what knowledge that I've gathered throughout the 2 years that I've been reloading. So I hope it helps. All right. Thanks again for watching. This was the reloading process for the 300 blackout. Um, all those videos from step 1 through step 7, those have been 300 blackouts. I will showcase the other calibers. I'll probably do 5.56 in the future. Um, I'll definitely do a 9mm because that's pretty much like the most common. And maybe in the future, if I get the right primers, then I'll have the 6.8 SPC Remingtons as well. So, all right. Well, that was it. Until next time, everyone. Thanks.